The action always in full swing near the French Quarter, and tonight is no different here in New Orleans, Louisiana. It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. While we get a break, let's take a look at the October standings out west. You look at the Pelicans, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, there's the Kings, 3 spots below.
And I think for New Orleans, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Kevin, thank you. Brandon Ingram is an all-star talent, but then again, this is what he expected would happen. He said, confidence got me this far. Even with my build, I always had it. I think I have greatness in me.
Tremendous, David. Thank you for that. Chris, we're just getting into a new year. Already, though, injuries hitting a couple of teams.
Yeah, Kevin, but the big thing, though, get healthy by the end of the year. You know, you got to get your guys back to 100%, so you don't want to rush them back too early.
Now Sacramento starting 5. And Halliburton on the wing. He's joined by Barnes. Bagley and Holmes sharing the post duties. And it's Fox in at the 1 spot. And for New Orleans, the talented front court pair is Ingram and Williamson. Hart is out there with Devontae Green. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot.
We often highlight Barnes' athleticism. You can see why on plays like that.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Sacramento. Count it, good.
They tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in the system.
From deep three-point range. And it's Graham missing. And it's Sacramento's ball. 4-point game. Down low. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Kings have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Barnes. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And winning that game the way they did with the incredible fourth-quarter comeback couldn't have left. Them feeling any better.
Now here's Barnes. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. And that one's good. Barnes.
Reliable score. Did you see that? Barnes is superb at getting good position and going to work from there. Yeah, Kevin, when it comes to Marvin Bagley, the #2 pick in the 2018 draft, he was selected ahead of Luka Doncic, who was picked 3rd.
Here's Barnes. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Halliburton's got 5 now.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Just ruled Williamson with no hesitation on the drive and no mercy on the finish.
The Kings have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
And I really think it's important Bagley focuses on his strengths. He shouldn't concentrate on matching Doncic's production.
Yeah, Bagley's a different type of player. I mean, he's a double-double threat with impressive athleticism. He just needs to find a way to stay healthy.
To the paint. Here's Bagley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's Graham missing. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Sacramento. Leading by 5. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
They had a hard time taking the lid off the basket. The offense just looked flat.
And it's in there.
Nice play. And how about the pass by Graham? He just reads defenses so well.
Fox passes to Bagley. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, well, and Ingram just has to keep getting more assertive with the arc. I mean, now he regularly fires post there.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. You know, Greg, thinking about De'Aaron Fox and what's next for him, we know how much he wants to get to the playoffs and contend.
Yeah, I mean, Fox doesn't just want to have impressive regular seasons. This guy, his goal is to get his squad to the postseason. And not only that, it's a chance to win title.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Marshall comes in for Zion Williamson. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And Lewis subbed in for Devontae Green.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Outside, Davis. Trying to get open is Thompson. And Davis can't get it to go.
He struggles with his finishes sometimes. I mean, it's kept him from being an elite player.
So they take the lead. 1:56 left to play in the first. On the wing, Heel. It's off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. .149 left in the first. The drive by Mitchell. And he can't stop the run as he misses. New Orleans in the lead. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
So it's Sacramento. The Pelicans make their last shot. And Davis can't get it to go. Here's Marshall. It's good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Timeout called by the Kings. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Here's Mitchell. The Pelicans make their last shot. Heel the pass to Davis. Len, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint. And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, not everyone has Steph Curry's shooting ability. I'd be surprised. I'd be hurt if he tries another one like that again.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end. A lot of game left to play.
Now, here's Mitchell. No points in the game yet for him. And Davis puts it in.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Offensive rebound. Out to Ingram. Back to Hayes. And he banks in the layup. Hayes has got his second basket of the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Davis has got a couple of threes now in the first for Sacramento.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Well, Ingram saw the opportunity to hit a three and wasn't having any of it. That's a cold-blooded competitor.
Brandon Ingram. He's been the guy making things happen for New Orleans. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pelicans.
The three-pointer has been a major weapon for them in early stages. I mean, they'd be smart to keep moving and working on the perimeter.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the last of 3 straight home for the team. They've got Jackson Hayes. Garrett Temple is out there with Satoransky, and it's Alexander Walker in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. They kick out to Heel. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Temple. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Temple's got his first basket of the night.
And Thomas Satoransky, the veteran guard, kind of a pass-first point man. Sometimes maybe passes a bit too much.
He can shy away from looks at times, but you love his distribution. He makes the small plays that help him win.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. On the wing, Mitchell. Satoransky covering. Healed the pass to Medu. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Oh, no doubt that Buddy Hield can shoot with the best of them. It's encouraging watching him share the wealth as well.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And a lot of players want a voice in team strategy. And I've always wondered, Greg, is there a downside for coaches letting their players get too involved?
I mean, there is a belief that you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But if a player knows his stuff, it's worth at least hearing them out, if only to keep those open lines of communication.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Valanciunas is checked in for Hayes. Williamson comes in for Marshall. And it's Josh Hart in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. From about 16, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
If he can hit the mid-range consistently, Zion will be unstoppable because you can't take everything away from him.
Outside, Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's Williamson missing. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Halliburton kicks to Fox. That falls. Nice speed that time from Halliburton.
3.
Halliburton's got 4 assists now tonight.
But look how planted Fox is. I mean, he's trying to shoot the ball the moment he gets there.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Kings currently have the league's longest playoff drought. De'Aaron Fox was 8 years old the last time they made the postseason. And he says this is the most passionate fan base. So let's be special and dig out of this hole. As competitors, we want to win right now, but we know that we're building something. Kevin?
Well, they've got the right attitude and close to a breakthrough, many people think. David, thanks.
He's getting better at orchestrating the offense. I mean, when Fox hits the open man, it brings this team closer together.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Here's Bagley. And finish off by Bagley.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. Using
some urgency from him there. Sure.
A lot of shooting is confidence, and there, Hart showing plenty of it with his rise and fire.
Back to Halliburton. Oh, Holmes in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Hart, that's good.
He can fill out a lot of different roles, but Satoransky excels as a creator. He can make the spectacular passes and the smart ones.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. No good from Valanciunas.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget it? Very strange.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
1:22 left now here in the second. And Holmes throws it down.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ingram comes in for Williamson. Devontae Graham's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Lewis subbed in for Satoransky. And then for Sacramento, Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Natu comes in for Marvin Bagley. And Hield subbed in for Barnes. Ingram comes with the double team. Hield from outside. Another 3 for Sacramento.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Lewis with the 3, trains the three-pointer. Lewis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Selected with the 12th overall pick back in 2020, Chris, Tyrese Halliburton was ready to play in the league from day one.
Well, that's what you get when you take a guy like Tyrese. He played 2 years in college, a rarity these days. And this game is made for the league. A long guard is 6'5", he can handle the rock, pass it, shoot. That's just a quality player.
Sacramento making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Kings leading now by 4. Inside, here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Releases. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 4 assists in the game.
Marvin is a playmaker. I mean, Ingram looking very unselfish with the crisp pass to the open teammate.
Graham with the ball. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They led by 2 after the first. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
The passing is what kept the offense rolling. The communication has been tremendous. Guys are working as a unit and not as individuals. They've got to repeat that kind of ball movement in the second half.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Rashawn Holmes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
And they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether, because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings. Fox in the backcourt with Halliburton to his side. The front court will be Barnes along with Bagley. And it's Holmes in at the 5 down low. And so Graham will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Hart, that's good.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Fox passes to Bagley. He can't get that one. Nice D from Valanciunas. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be these days. You need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Fox. That falls. Nice speed that time from Halliburton. That's 7 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Sacramento's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Halliburton finds Barnes. The high post shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Hart, no good. Halliburton in the corner. It's good from long range. Halliburton's got 12 in the game.
No, he's a solid team player. He doesn't always look for his shot. He enjoys getting it to the open team.
Bangs home the trifecta. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Holmes can't get it to go in.
And that would have been a spectacular alley-oop. Really difficult to get the timing right on those long ones.
But we don't often think of Valanciunas as a jump shooter, but he has great shooting mechanics and soft touch.
To the middle, here's Holmes. Up and in on the layup. 14 points for Rashawn Holmes.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. New Orleans making some changes here. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Marshall comes in for Williamson. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Josh Hart. And then for Sacramento, Thompson comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Halliburton.
Yeah, and the smooth mechanics of Ingram. He excels at burying jumpers down on a consistent basis. That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the leg.
Took him no time at all on that one. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pelicans. To the inside. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Fox. Fox has got assist number 8 here in this one already. And you look at Harrison Barnes shooting, it's clear he's all about efficiency.
He wants to make the most out of every touch, and he's doing just that by shooting consistently. He's clearly put in the work to dial in his shot and limit wasted opportunities.
But this is Hield's specialty. He's out there to shoot and shoot often from downtown.
Takes a 3. Here's Fox. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
An exceptional leaper with a great motor. Good luck keeping Bagley off the board.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on to De'Aaron Fox. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Sacramento.
Their inside game has been great tonight. So much of their scoring has come from the paint.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Lynn check in for Tristan Thompson. Davis comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Mitchell in for De'Aaron Fox. And the Kings with possession. They're on a 10-1 run. Inside, here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Flashing that exciting potential. The next step for Bagley becomes making games like this more frequent moving forward. Maybe not a priority for the team. Come on, man. You gotta have somebody keeping track of it.
Mitchell wide open. Another three for Sacramento.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. You can see why after that sequence. That's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that.
Healed with the bucket.
They couldn't ask for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
Pelicans trail by 6. Hayes, no good.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
Working as hard as anybody for that rebound. That's not an easy one to corral.
Outside, Bagley. Over Marshall. Here's Len, and the dunk by Len.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
This is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. Gotta love it.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Kings lead by 8. From New Orleans, back in a moment. Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, great work. We're pushing the pace. We're making the exit.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Garrett Temple. Ingram is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Devontae Green. And it's Lewis in at the point. So that's the group out there for New Orleans.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
No hesitation for Graham. Ready to shoot as soon as he catches it. I love those circles.
Mitchell dishes to Hield. Shoots over Ingram. Hield can't hit.
Setups are good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Not that one, and the Kings lead has been cut to just 5 points in the basket from Ingram.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
And Hield gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell.
Looking more active inside Hill. It's important that he keeps looking to score close to the bucket.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And the moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Saturday, they'll host the New York Knicks. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns.
You know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Look who's out there now for the Pelicans. Williamson is checked in for Temple. And Hart subbed in for Devontae Green.
Able to complete the play, but he's showing some strength physically.
And De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Mitchell. And that one's good, Williamson.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pelicans trail by 10. Hart. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Hield outside. There's the 3, and another 3 for Sacramento.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
Hart, that's good.
Letting it all hang out right now. It's big when Hart puts together huge scoring nights like this.
Pass to Holmes. And they pick up 2. Holmes got the lead up to 10 now for the Kings.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle. I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
And he's gotten to his spots and capitalized. He just needs a little more help from his teammates.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Saransky's checked in for the Pelicans. Thompson's checked in for the Kings. Harrison Barnes comes in for Buddy Hield. That's good from Halliburton.
I really enjoyed watching De'Aaron Fox blossom into a leader over the first few seasons in the league.
All that comes from Fox. He has emerged as a star player, and he's become more and more assertive as a teammate. That's when it got obvious that he's a player you can build a franchise.
Really left alone. That's Halliburton's got 6 points in the quarter.
It's no wonder why they're in front when you take into consideration that he's been perfect from the field so far. As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
You know, Chris, no one wants to see play stopped for a coach's challenge, but is that inconvenience outweighed by ensuring it was the right call?
It definitely is, Kevin. You know, we'd rather get the calls right than just be quick. Quality over quickness. So that's how I like to think. But, you know, definitely, you don't want those calls all the time. But, yeah, late in the game, you need it. Guys work too hard.
And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Satoransky. The wide open look here for Fox. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And developing different parts of his game. Fox knows he has to enhance his pull-up jump shot.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Buddy Hield.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good position. And boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear New Orleans' coach going over their plan during the break. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Here's Holmes. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And that's now 20 points for Rashawn Holmes. And so Graham will bring it up for New Orleans. Not that one. The Sacramento lead has been cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Valanciunas.
With the strong motor and basketball IQ, Valanciunas remains unfazed by the situation. So calm and collected in the big spots. Fox, he relishes being the guy to take huge shots from the team.
Valanciunas, good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Bagley with a wide open look. Another 3 for Sacramento.
I like seeing young players with Bagley's mental toughness. He was unfazed in the clutch.
That bucket in no time at all. Ingram's got 12 points now in the quarter.
The young fella, Ingram, playing the forward.
Fox passes to Bagley. That's good from Fox on the assist by Bagley. And the Kings lead by 6.
Now, we've seen this before from Fox. His ability to score in tight spots. I mean, it's simply incredible.
The tray, nobody near Barnes. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for. And when it pans out like this, it's a great thing.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
He's been doing this for a few games in a row now. We're looking at one of the hottest players in the league.
And that put a hush over the crowd.
Wow, I mean, took these fans out of the game in the blink of an eye.
This is just a trademark of Hart's game. Solid three-point sniper who looks to shoot from wherever he can.
And that's an intentional foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
What sticks out about Fox is his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in the game at both ends of the floor.
The Kings making a switch here. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Alex Len. Marvin Bagley comes in for Jones. Barnes, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And it's Buddy Hield in for Mitchell. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're leading by 5. 27 seconds left in the game. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his third personal foul.
It's the first, that increases their lead to 6. So it gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Those free throws helping them to make the lead even safer.
And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're ahead by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his fourth personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
Second one is good, being both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They trail by 7. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Williamson. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his 5th personal foul.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
At the line.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. From deep. And that one is off. Now Mitchell. So the Kings win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber...
And that's the player introductions completed. So in just a few moments, we'll be back and ready for action. And welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Hi, folks. This is Brian Anderson. I'm with Grant Hill and Brent Berry. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie.
Hey, Brian. We've heard a lot of critique of some of the fouls that are called. Ask Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. He said, quote, "We've gotten out of control, gifting..."
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Makes a good point. And these are two young teams. Rare for youth to be served in this league. But, Grant, you didn't seem to have any trouble back in your day, partner.
Well, B.A., I played 4 years at Duke, so I came in right away ready to contribute. And that's right. I was fortunate enough to make the All-Star team in my rookie season, too. So I came in ready.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Fournier, the 2, Barrett at the small forward. Obi Toppin out there with Mitchell Robinson, and it's Walker in at the 1 spot. And for New Orleans, Ingram at the 3, Zion at the 4. Devontae Graham out there with Josh Hart, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5. The shot by Ingram, no good. And here are the Knicks. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
And here are the Knicks now. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go. Tipped. Graham against Walker. Graham, that's good. And just over a minute played here to start the game. To the middle. Here's Toppin.
Oh, man.
And Toppin getting a little bit fancy with the throwdown that time.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Unlike a lot of NBA players, Josh Hart spending 4 years in college and eventually winning a national championship of 2016 at Villanova.
Toppin inside. Graham covering. A nice shot by Toppin.
Good job from Toppin, just completing a play that time through contact.
Williamson. Good. And Graham with the setup. Graham's got 3 assists now in this one.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
You know, and talking about Hart, we hear a lot of the same praise about him now that we heard when he was at Villanova. Brent, to talk about his maturity, his leadership skills, excellent.
Not an accident coming out of that program, and you can see the way that Josh Hart just dedicates himself to helping young players coming into the league. Just a great teammate overall.
Here's Walker. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go, and that's going to be a travel. Let's see the stat sheet here for Kemba Walker. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. And they get it back. Here's Valanciunas. And it's New Orleans with another.
And right away, he's going to work on the boards, just fighting for every rebound.
Not only fighting on the boards, he's converting, and not just on the putback. It's been a great start for him.
Here's Toppin. 6 points for him. Sweet little floater. Toppin's got 8 points.
Ooh, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
New York trailing. Here's Barrett. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And Barrett will give you these kind of flashes. He got up that time.
And the basket by Williamson.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
He launched that one from way outside. Graham's got his second basket of the night.
And you have to guard him out there. I mean, he can do damage from deep, even from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Robinson. Yes, great play by Walker to set it up. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight.
And this is where Robinson will do damage. He's got the height, he's got the length, and when he's inside, he's going to capitalize.
New Orleans calls timeout.
And a lot's changed for Kemba Walker. Bought out over the summer, and of course this was after he was sent out to Oklahoma City with the Thunder. Now Kemba gave up some cash in that buyout, but he feels like he's in a great fit with the Knicks to help them make another run.
And it's a completely new group for the Pelicans. A big group substitution here for New York. Noel, he's checked in for Robinson. Burks comes in for Barrett. Quickly is checked in for Fournier. And Rose is subbed in for Walker. That shot is good, Lewis.
You want to settle for something going away from the basket. Aggressive with a finger roll.
So it's the Knicks now. 4-point game. Their first chance this season playing the Pelicans.
A difficult matchup for them last year, with them losing both games to a team with a bad record.
Here's Temple. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. He's got 5.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Here's Toppin. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes.
For the Knicks, Obi Toppin. 1 shot.
You know, for Obi Toppin, basketball is a family affair. Both his father and his brother, very serious players. So he was living and breathing the game on his way to the NBA. Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
From deep. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Hayes misses. The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Noel. Rose up top, down low. Here's quickly. That one falls. Nice speed that time from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Alexander Walker. Sinks it from distance. Alexander Walker's got 5 now. 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Toppin.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's what you tune in for right there.
Wow. And that one is stuffed right through.
And Toppin, the toast of the town tonight.
Right side Burks. Over Hayes. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Knicks. They're up by 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2. And the high-flying Obi Toppin, the 8th pick in 2020, to his hometown Knicks. His father had a reputation of his own in the Big Apple.
My dad's nickname is Dunker for Life, so he had a lot of trick dunks. Maybe I might pull out one of his dunks. We'll have to see, but he definitely had some tricks back then. I think I have better ones now, though.
Boy, Toppin can throw it down with the best of them, Grant.
Oh, he sure can. And when he elevates, it's highlight reel material.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead of the second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for New York?
So far, guys, they've done a fantastic job finding the open man and getting some easy buckets.
They also haven't been afraid of taking the ball to the rack. Lots of opportunities at the rim.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. They've got Alec Burks. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Derrick Rose. Then it's Nerlens Noel. And it's Toppin in at the 4-man position. Here's Alexander Walker. And good. Coming on the assist by Satoransky. Alexander Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Burks. The D's right on him. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Temple. And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Now a timeout called by New York. And for players these days, a lack of shooting can be a big hindrance. Grant, would you be more concerned by struggles from the perimeter or the free throw line?
I'd be more concerned with struggles at the free throw line. I mean, if you struggle there, you can become very, very tentative out there on the court. And opponents can foul to force your hand.
And a new group getting ready for the Pelicans. Zion Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram comes in for Marshall. Hart's checked in for Temple. And Graham subbed in for Alexander Walker. A big group substitution here for New York. Robinson, he's checked in for Toppin. Barrett comes in for Burks. Fournier's checked in for Quickly. And it's Kemba Walker in for Rose. And we just got a second look there at an exceptional mobile 1 block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
The 3 is up. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, finding some room there on the perimeter, the lefty, R.J. Barrett, knocks it down.
Counted. Williamson's got 8 points.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Walker's shot is off.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Here's Barrett, and the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
New Orleans has got 3 of 5 to fall from beyond the three-point line in the second.
One thing you know when defending Barrett, he wants to get to the rim every chance he can.
Inside, here's Robinson, and a big finish by Robinson.
Now, this kind of balance is going to make a huge difference in R.J. Barrett's improvement in the league. When to score and when to be the assist maker.
You know, Grant, on his attacks to the basket, Barrett is looking for points, a foul, or both.
Oftentimes initiating the contact, too. As he gets more established in the league, he'll get more calls to go his way.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
It can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
For New York, they've gotten 8 of their first 10 to go. Great shooting here in the second quarter. For 3, Barrett, and the Knicks, another 3.
And a really good focus from R.J. there. I think that improves his percentages.
Hart from long range. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 4 rebounds now. Barrett can't hit. New Orleans has gone 50% from the perimeter in this second, shooting 4 of 8.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
Shot's no good by Noel.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
New Orleans calls timeout.
And when you talk to folks around the league, no one has a bad word to say about Walker. He's just a good guy, a loyal guy.
Some changes for New Orleans. Valanciunas comes in for Hart, and Lewis is subbed in for Sadaransky. Wing shot on the way, and the shot is good off the backboard. Ingram's got 8.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And, of course, Kemba's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award multiple times.
Yeah, he's such a glue guy. I mean, he brings people together. He's a guy who improves the culture of your team.
New York has gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. Here's Barrett. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first. Barrett hanging tough on that play. He gets the shot off, and he just stuck to the play. Last year for R.J. Barrett, B.A., how the game is already starting to slow down for him.
Toppin, he's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Fournier.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
And Barrett flashing potential as a stopper, Brent.
That's a great sign. I mean, he can be out there on the floor, and you can take confidence in the fact that on nights if he doesn't have it going offensively, he'll still dig in on D.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And here's Ingram outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Ingram's got 9 points now in the quarter. Pass to Toppin. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Love it when Obi gets a few steps. He can really get up there.
He can't hit that time. New York goes the other way with it. They'll be hosting Toronto for their next one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Rose.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Burks, he's checked in for New York.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
Toppin, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
They're just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Walker for 3. Knicks keep it alive. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. A nice shot by Toppin.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Williamson with the bucket.
That's where he's going to continue to work as Zion wants to be a consistent jump shooter. That one looked good.
To the inside. Toppin's shot is off. And so it's New York, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They hold a real solid. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. And that should do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. And the Pelicans with possession here. They trail by 14. It's an all-Duke forward pair. Ingram the 3, Zion the 4. Devontae Graham out there with Josh Hart. And it's Valanciunas in at the center position. That's the group for Willie Green getting going here in the second half. To the paint. Here's Hart. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Williamson with the bucket.
The closer that Zion is going to get, the more effective he's going to become.
Shot is good by Barrett.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Graham, the pass to Williamson. Here's Ingram. It's rebounded by New York. And here's Toppin from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Graham for 3. Drops in the 3. Graham's got 8 points.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Hart passes to Valanciunas. Ingram against Robinson. Valanciunas. That one's good on the sweet setup by Ingram. He's got 6.
And Brandon Ingram at that size able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
New Orleans has gone 1 for 2 from outside the arc in this third quarter. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Fournier for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Fournier's got 6 here in the quarter.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
New Orleans calls timeout.
Oh, my. Their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Noel, he's checked in for New York. Quickly comes in for Walker. New York has gotten 4 threes to fall out of 5 attempts here in the third. Robinson gets the bucket.
Robinson stretching his limits on that play from the mid-range.
Pass to Hart from outside the arc. The Knicks with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds in the game. That's good from Robinson on the assist by Quickly. Quickly's got 3 assists tonight.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Alexander Walker. Fournier covering. Outside Hart. 3-pointer. Sends it home from 3-point land. Hart's got 8 points.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Noel, the pass to Robinson from deep 3-point range. Satoransky pulls it in. New Orleans has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. It's Hart on the wing. To the middle. Here's Hayes. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And a big finish by Robinson.
I don't know if there's somebody on the roster that's going to slow down Robinson right now.
Down low. Here's Marshall. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Hayes. Now here's Quickly. Covered by Saturansky. That one goes. Count it. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Oh, their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking quite a few as well.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
Temple's checked in for the Pelicans. Lewis comes in for Saturansky. Burks, he's checked in for New York. Rose comes in for Fournier.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
One thing about Derrick Rose that's never changed over the years, Graham, is his ability to come through in the clutch. When a big basket is needed, he's the guy you want on the court.
Well, how many times have we seen it? End of game situation, Rose in an isolation set. And even against a double team, he finds a way to shake free and get the bucket. As dependable as it gets when the pressure's on.
Hard with it. Now guarded by Barrett. Lewis can't get it to go.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And out of bounds. New Orleans will have it. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Toppin, he's checked in for New York. Walker comes in for Quickly. To the inside. Hayes, shot's good. Hayes has got 8 points.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Burks no good.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Alexander Walker with the bucket.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Pass to Valanciunas. Inside, Hayes uses the glass on the layup. Hayes has got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends.
And so it's New York, feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. We'll be topping out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Nerlens Noel. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. And Williamson throws it down.
These are the kind of indications that the league is worried about if you're an opponent, and you love it if you're on his team. Zion taking over and doing damage.
Here's Temple, defended by Burks. Pass to Williamson. Over Toppin. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Hart's checked in. Robinson, he's checked in for New York. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
For New Orleans, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Graham misses.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
It's good. And that's a double-double for him now.
There's no question that Walker is a shoot-first guard. He really wants to score as often as he can.
And the Pelicans miss again.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
And they'll get another chance. Robinson passes to Walker. Back to Robinson. Outside Burks to the paint. Clock at 6. From deep. Rebounded by New Orleans. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. And Williamson throws it down.
Try to find other ways to talk about Zion's leaping ability. How about timing? Showing it there.
Out of bounds. It'll be Pelicans ball. Barrett's checked in for New York. Fournier comes in for Rose.
Substitution, R.J. Barrett. Evan Fournier.
Outside Hart. Here's Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
And right now, people wanting to tune in as Brandon Ingram is putting on a show.
From deep three-point range, the Pelicans pull it in. Ingram's got 4 rebounds now. Takes one from 10 feet. Graham misses.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
And the Knicks shooting 65%. Their offense has been on another level. Here's Toppin, covered by Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
And the Pelicans call time here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Over the last break, I listened to the Pelicans coach address his team. He gave his guys plenty of encouragement, saying, quote, "You got this. All we have to do is finish strong. And I know we can do that." Firing up his squad for the stretch run. Back to you.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Well, they needed that board. They've had a hard time on the glass, but they still have a shot here.
Knocks down the long J. That gives him a double-double.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
Here's Ingram. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Ingram's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Ingram with the effort and the length, that wiry frame helping him get in for that rebound.
Now a timeout called by New York. And I'm sure the players will be staying hydrated with some Gatorade during this timeout. It's so important that they maximize their ability to recharge during a short break like this. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Obi Toppin.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
The Knicks with the lead. Oh, the heave from beyond half court is off target. Down low. Here's Graham. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson.
A smart play. Signs of Zion Williamson picking up what it is that's going on out there and being efficient.
Outside Robinson. Over Valanciunas. And off the left side of the rim. It swirls in for him. And the Knicks lead by 9.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back. Over the top.
Are you kidding me? Wow, amazing.
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion again to the rack.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Hart's checked in for Alexander Walker. On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 15-4 run. Here's Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Big-time shot from Zion Williamson. The big guy wants it.
Now Walker. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds. The Pelicans have gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. Graham, the pass to Williamson. Hart, the open shot. And another one falls for New Orleans.
They're on a big quick run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
To the inside. It's tipped. Robinson with it.
Great effort to track down the long rebound.
To the middle. And another dime for him. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A. Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Pass to Walker. From deep. Rebounded by Ingram. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Graham for three. Laces one from three.
Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
Timeout called. The Knicks. They're down by 2. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game. RJ coming through, and that one makes you feel good.
11 seconds left in the final quarter, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
From Orleans, taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Here's Barrett, and he buries it. Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings them within 1. New Orleans calls timeout. They're ahead by 1. 5 ticks left to play in the fourth. Here's Graham. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. Good on the first. And that'll put them up 2. And so he drops them both. And it's a 3-point game.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
Well, you can bet that's what they're looking for. This late in the game, they need that 3. Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
And so the big win by New Orleans in a tight game. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what. These are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Devontae, a big-time shooting performance for you tonight. How were you able to get it going?
Just letting it fly, being confident. My teammates got confidence in me. My coaches doing a good job of, drawing up plays, and my teammates finding me. So, got to give them all the credit.
Let it fly, baby. Thanks, Devontae.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA.
And there were a few sharp-looking guys getting off the Pelicans team bus earlier on. Their only thought now is coming away with a win on the road. A beautiful day as it usually is here in Phoenix. Such a dramatic setting here in the Arizona desert. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Suns finally broke a decade-long playoff drought. Devin Booker says it's been a long time coming. Basketball and life relate to each other, and that's how I grew up. It's through basketball. I kept my head down, kept working, and it finally paid off. Kevin, is that deep enough for you?
Yeah, I love it, and I love that team, David. Thank you. And a moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Wednesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Then on Friday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. The talented front court pair is Ingram and Williamson. Josh Hart out there with Devontae Green. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5 spot. And for Phoenix, off it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now Booker, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, what you love about Devin Booker, this guy, yes, he is a shoot-first player, but if somebody's open, he will find you.
And, you know, Booker might have been a volume shooter, at least early in his career, but now he's a legit #1 option for offense. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Paul with the buckets. And Greg, the efficiency for Booker has grown over the years.
And no longer forcing shots. Takes what's available to him. And I believe he can be the leading scorer on a championship caliber team.
And here is Paul. After the three-pointer from Jonas Valanciunas, Paul passes to Bridges. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
Here's Ingram. And good. And the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Yeah, complete focus right now. Such an impressive start to this game. 100% from the field. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Paul. Zion Williamson making his last shot. And that one's good, Ayton.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
From deep three-point range. Tries to save it. New Orleans with a fresh shot clock. Valanciunas. Yep, it counts. Valanciunas has got 5 points so far.
I like the physicality on that play by Jonas Valanciunas. Simply powers through the contact, showing he can give it as well as take it.
Now, here's Bridges. Last game he had 10 points. Basket good. Bridges has got his second bucket of the night.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
The pass to Bridges. To the middle. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. And every year, Doris, more terrific players coming into the NBA how good a position do you think the league is in right now as far as talent is concerned?
I mean, a great position, to be honest with you, Kevin. The players, arguably, to me, are more skilled and more athletic than ever. The global reach of the game means that competition for an NBA spot on a roster is fiercer than ever.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
The assist.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And here's Booker after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The score now all even. Marshall's got 5.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. Sharch dishes to Paul. McGee inside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. McGee's got his 3rd basket of the night. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Pelicans. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And they'll be seeing each other 4 times this year. This is the first meeting, looking for a good start in the series.
I think each team obviously will be looking to dictate the tempo and set the tone early.
And Phoenix making a change. Haynes checked in. Here's Sharch, and he drops it in from the low post.
This guy is an efficient scorer. Dario Saric knows his strengths on the offensive end and can capitalize.
Suns leading by 4. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
The shot will not fall. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
That was a different team in the 4th quarter than what we saw in the first 3. Don't you think? I mean, they got their act together just in time to pull it out.
Ingram comes with the double team. McGee, the pass to Johnson. Payne with it, guarded by Ingram. Count the basket. 8 points for him.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
Here's Payne. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his
first trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line. Just a shade under 90%.
2 shots.
Payne hits them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
I didn't think that was going to go in.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
And Paul launches it from deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. JaVale McGee, he's been the guy making things happen for Phoenix. And regarded as one of the best leaders in the game today.
With anything, whether it's this.
And with this younger team, it's got to be easier for Chris Paul to lead as that elder statesman.
Yeah, at times in the past, veteran teammates didn't appreciate his constant input. Credit these younger guys, though, for soaking it in.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Suns.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
I think the other thing they've had going for them is their passing. Plenty of their baskets have come off assists.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky is out there with Johnson. And it's Chris Paul. Then there's Saric, and it's Payne in at the point guard position. Here's Lewis. He's got 5. And with that shot, the Suns lead is cut down to 6. That one coming from Satoransky. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And I credit the shot selection in that one. It's hard to stay patient, but you see the reward.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. The NBA trying to cut down on some of the cheap fouls. Certain players are experts at selling contact. Doris, are you sad to see that art form curtailed?
I'm not at all, Kevin, because what we're seeing is offensive players manipulate the rule and get outside of, quote, natural basketball plays. Guys who dead stop off a screen and end up getting 3 free throws. We have to take that away. Things should flow naturally in a basketball game.
And that one, good. Ayton's got 8 points.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Well, I think it makes their offense so much more effective when Valanciunas can knock down those face-up jumpers. It draws all those bigs away from the cup.
Now here's Payne, and Ayton throws it down.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And with Ayton, one area of his game that's always been elite, Doris, his work and rebound.
Yeah, there's no question. As good as advertised, he is a double-double machine. And think about it, he is not even at his prime yet.
Here's Kaminsky. After the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas, he gets that one. Payne's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Suns.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Payne passes to Booker. Ayton with it. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, the offensive game will round into shape over time, and it's absolutely critical that DeAndre Ayton look to score as much as possible. Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the 3-point shot of Mikal Bridges seemed to abandon him early in his NBA career. Coach Monty Williams said he developed a hitch on his release. Bridges got in the lab with the coaching staff, changing his shot midway through season 2. The results speak for themselves. Guys?
He had a career year shooting, that's for sure. I admire his work ethic. D.A., thank you. Stolen by Lewis.
2 minutes
up the floor. Here's Temple. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Assisted by
Temple's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Booker, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
You talk about a guy who's exceeded expectations coming in. Booker looks like the real deal.
Here's Temple. Good on the 3-point shot. Temple's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game.
All right, this is coming out of the
Phoenix making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for 8. Crowder comes in for Kaminsky. And Paul subbed in for Cameron Payne. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Marshall, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Lewis. Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland.
Part of why Devin Booker has been an all-star, never afraid to mix it up on the interior.
And it's Graham missing. Suns lead by 10. Bridges finds Paul to the paint. Here's McGee. A great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And that one's good. Ingram.
The pure shooting ability of Ingram does all the talking there. He gets the ball and delivers that quick release.
Paul for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Paul's got the lead up to 12 now for Phoenix.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
So for the Suns, Saric comes in for JaVale McGee, and Johnson subbed in for Bridges.
And looking back at the Anthony Davis trade to the Lakers, the Pelicans were thrilled they got Brandon Ingram in the deal. He blossomed in his first season in New Orleans, named to his first All-Star game during that 2020 year. And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Williamson with the bucket.
And the big question was, Zion, how much range can he add to the jump shot? And at what level of consistency?
And so it's... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They did lead by as many as 7 points in the first period. An excellent second quarter from these guys, and they lead by 10 at the half. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Suns.
Their efforts in the paint have really paid dividends. It's been a focal point for them, not so much for the other team. That's been the difference in the game.
And Kenny, what'd you see from New Orleans?
They got hammered. I mean hammered on the floor. That tells a lot about this game. The heart has not been there. The sacrifice hasn't been there. I mean, they just don't want it.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
So for New Orleans right now, Ingram and Williamson are the forward. Monte Graham is out there with Josh Hart. And it's Valanciunas in at center. Paul with the buckets.
Well, this is a comfort zone for Chris Paul. That mid-range game, you better guard it.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up. And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work, gets the most out of his teammates, and has done that wherever he's played. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
As you said, Paul's teams often overachieve in the standings.
People still underestimate his impact. Sets up and improves his guys as well as anyone. And he's the engine to this whole operation.
Now, here's Bridges. Ayton finds Booker. Back to Ayton. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
DeAndre Ayton, the first pick of the 2018 draft. He was obviously the consensus #1 at the time.
What about that?
That was special. My goodness. Well, incredible finesse. DeAndre Ayton gets loose and does some work.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Oh, Ayton in position. Crowder kicks to Bridges. Back to Crowder. Second shot opportunity. And good that time. Crowder's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Valanciunas, nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Down low. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Booker. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim. Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Suns. Kaminsky comes in for Jay Crowder. The Pelicans also changing it up. Satoransky's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And Lewis subbed in for Devontae Graham.
And Hart, the last pick of the first round in that 2017 draft. And not sure why so many teams passed on this talented young man, but boy, he is terrific.
And the basket is good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Drills it from outside.
3-point field goal.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to Booker. And it's Paul, top the key. That one falls. Paul's got 21 in the game.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Marshall, he's checked in for New Orleans. Temple comes in for Josh Hart.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Passes it to McGee, to the paint. Here's Paul, and it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Hayes. Booker dishes to Johnson. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Temple gets the bucket.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Paul. Got a piece of it. And now running up the court. Lewis pushing it up. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Marshall. Banked in off the glass. Marshall's got 7 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Kaminsky. Johnson kicks to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Johnson, the pass to Booker. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 5 assists in the game.
In this situation, Devin Booker on the catch will never hesitate.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them. That is not within his range. You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Wasted no time on that one. Temple's got 4 points in the quarter.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot's good from McGee.
You want to talk about a perfect performance? He hasn't missed a shot all night. Incredible.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Phoenix making some changes. Andre Ayton's checked in for JaVale McGee. Sharch comes in for Frank Kaminsky. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Chris Paul. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Williamson comes in for Marshall. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Satoransky. And Devontae Graham subbed in for Lewis.
Substitution. Brandon Ingram.
9 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. to the middle. 2 seconds left. And the dunk by Booker.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
And so it's Phoenix enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They get up the pair up front. It's Saric and Ayton. Cameron Johnson is out there with Booker, and it's Crowder at small forward. Suns leading by 13. Booker the pass to Saric, and the wide open shot from Crowder off the mark there with the three-point shot. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's Crowder on the wing. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
To me, you've got to run this guy off his shots. Jay Crowder is a good catch-and-shoot jump shooter.
The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Booker with no one around, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And okay, you won't let me get to the hole this time. Zion options for the next best thing. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
So for the Suns, Bridges, he's checked in for Saric, and Chris Paul subbed in for Johnson. And New Orleans also making a change. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Valanciunas, good.
Well, how about you get a look at the range of Jonas Valanciunas? Gets his done with his back to the basket, or in that case, the mid-range jumper.
Inside, Crowder, Ayton trying to break free. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Paul.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams. And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
This is the kind of damage DeAndre Ayton can do if he gets the right positioning. Nicely done.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Pelicans trail by 16. And it's Graham missing. Booker with it. Kicks it out to Paul. Good. A nice assist from Booker. 25 points for Chris Paul.
Well, as good as Chris Paul's passing game is, the scoring ability is on par.
Yep, that one goes.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Now Paul. And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Boy, and on a night where he's been so smart handling the ball, that's his first big mistake.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Up top, Hart. To the inside. Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Boy, this has been a bit of a showcase for Jonas Valanciunas, over and over, finding a way to get it done on the offensive end.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And he gets it back. Suns leading by 14. And that one goes out of bounds. That was touched by Ayton. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Here's Ingram. Good D by Booker.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D. A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
The funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
Bridges finds Paul. And again, it's the Suns missing. Pelicans trail by 12. Here's Graham, and the dunk by Graham.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Inside, here's Williamson, and Williamson throws it down.
Unbelievable force and power. Zion hanging 280-plus on the rim.
Timeout called, the Suns. They're in front by 8. There's 1:38 left in the fourth. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Devontae Graham.
And this game has been a showcase for his exceptional court vision. All night long, he's been seeing plays develop way before anyone else and never missed a chance to find the open man. It's been teamwork and ball movement at its finest.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. Too long in the paint. He's hit with the 3-second violation. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Suns.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've also jumped at every chance to attack the basket tonight. Just terrific penetration.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Wow, stepping up in critical moments. Jonas Valanciunas late in the ball game, not shying away from the pressure.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. That's the bucket they needed, and Valanciunas goes and gets it for him. The big man seizes control of the moment.
3-pointer, Crowder, good. Nice assist from Booker.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. On defense, the Suns, they led by as many as 18 points.
Well, Crowder known for his defense, and you'd love to see him get high for these rejections.
Hits it from 3-point range.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night. Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And the Suns here with a different look. JaVale McGee's checked in for Ayton. Nader comes in for Bridges. Landry Shamit's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Payton in for Paul.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Murphy controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second team foul.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player. And no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
I am very confident that Chris Paul is a future Hall of Famer, not only accomplished between the lines for well over a decade, both offensively and defensively, but years and years of service for the good of the game.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
Now into the lineup for your Suns, Jay Crowder.
So the Suns win it. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
Coming up next, from the Golden One Center in California's capital city, Sacramento, the Pelicans taking on the Kings. For the New Orleans Pelicans, they've yet to find that spark this season, off to a slow start. Kings, Pelicans, it's next. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Joined by Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie, take it away.
Brian De'Aaron Fox holds it down for the Kings' hometown. Fox said, quote, Sacramento fought for...
Indeed, they are hungry, Allie. Thank you. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Well, they're struggling to make a move, despite a commendable effort on their part.
You know, right now for the Pelicans, they're happy with how they've played as of late. This is the time of year for optimism. This early in the season, anything is possible.
All right, let's take a look at New Orleans' starting lineup. Zion at power forward with Valanciunas at center. Devontae Graham out there with Josh Hart. And it's Ingram in at the 3, the small forward. And Sacramento, Fox and Halliburton are the guard set. Rashawn Holmes is out there with Chimezie Metu. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. Here's Hart. After the Kings picked up a basket a moment ago. Ingram off target at the rim. From deep three-point range. Kicks it out to Barnes. Over Hart. And Barnes with a basket. The assist from Fox.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening and capitalizes. In some ways, De'Aaron Fox is a good lesson in patience for owners. He did explode out the gate after being picked 5th overall back in 2017. But after a long time, he has found his footing and looks spectacular out there on the floor.
Holmes, good. First quarter, just over a minute played. Graham with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Shots blocked. Now Williamson. 15 in his last outing. Ingram finds Hart. Barnes with the rebound. You know, Grant, in terms of improvement after his rookie year, you saw it across De'Aaron Fox's entire stat line.
Yeah, once he got comfortable in the league, he started going off. He increased his shooting and assist numbers and got himself nominated for Most Improved Player in 2019.
Now here's Hart. coming off a 12-point game. And Williamson throws it down.
Flashing his vertical there. Williamson really makes dunking look so effortless. He's special.
And they recover it. Holmes, no good. The Pelicans have gone 2 for 5 to start today's game. It's Hart on the wing. Williamson inside. Defended by Halliburton. Shots good by Hart.
Nice to see Williamson spot the open man. He has awareness and ability as a passer.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Barnes has got his second bucket on the night.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Outside Hart. Back to Graham. Inside. And Williamson throws it down.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Shots good by Metu.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And some changes here for the Kings. Lenz checked in for Holmes. Bagley comes in for Metu. And Hield is subbed in for Halliburton. And the Pelicans also making a change. Hayes is checked in for Valanciunas. Now here's Graham. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Already some surprises in the new year, Smitty, including a couple breakout teams.
I love to see that, B.A. More competition just adds more excitement. When Barnes has space to fire from deep, you usually just assume it's going in. Very dangerous from outside.
Hayes, and a great assist by Graham as that one goes. Graham's got 4 assists in the game. The Kings have gone 6 of 11 so far. And another basket for Sacramento.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Graham for 3. On target from range.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Barnes. Again, the Kings score.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
New Orleans calls timeout. Last time they met was in New Orleans.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
Davis, he's checked in for the Kings. Mitchell comes in for Fox. And a new group getting ready for the Pelicans. Marshall, he's checked in for Williamson. Temple comes in for Brandon Ingram. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Hart. And Lewis is subbed in for Graham. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Hayes. .105 left in the first quarter. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work. I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
It's tipped. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
That shot is good, Lewis.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Big ups to this coaching staff. Great play design there.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And the free throw, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the wing, right side. Pass to Hayes. Over Bagley. Offensive board. Hayes misses. The Kings leading. From deep. Rebounded by Marshall.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. And they got called for a 5-second violation.
Pelican substitution. Jonas Valanciunas. Tomas Satoransky.
Here's Lewis. Here's Satoransky. Connects from downtown.
Quick thinking by Satoransky. Catching the pass and shooting with confidence.
A big-time effort for Harrison Barnes. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, for the Kings, what jumps out at you stat-wise?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love... their willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
So the Pelicans 5 right now. They've got Thomas Satoransky, and it's Marshall in at the power forward position. And it's Mitchell, the miss. New Orleans in the lead. Pass to Marshall. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And a moment to check out the 2K leaderboard. Here were the best rebounders last season. Third is Jonas Valanciunas.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Halliburton's checked in for Hield. And it's the Kings with the ball. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face them. And that'll be their second of 4 total games at home. Now here's Halliburton, covered by Satoransky. They get the rebound. Bagley. And there's 2. Work on the glass, paying off that time.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
On the wing, Mitchell. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. And the Kings lead by 2.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. De'Aaron Fox has upped his scoring average every single season. He said, quote, "It's just continuing to stay in attack mode early and often. I feel like no matter who it is, I can get to the basket. Once you see the ball go in a couple of times, it definitely helps to shoot jumpers after that, guys."
That jump shot is the final piece, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Halliburton goes, and Ingram with the block.
With that 7'3" wingspan, Brandon Ingram is having no trouble getting to that shot.
Some changes for Sacramento. Barnes, he's checked in for Davis. And De'Aaron Fox is subbed in for Mitchell. Zion Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Graham comes in for Lewis. And the basket by Williamson.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Outside Barnes. Here's Fox. He can't get it to go. Now New Orleans takes it the other way. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
Always a tough atmosphere on the road. They were right in it, but just didn't make enough plays.
And you know, so often, that's what it comes down to. Who can convert when it matters most?
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
Shooting while in rhythm. Zion smart at recognizing when to take these quick shots.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 11. Halliburton's got an open look. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Halliburton's got his second basket of the game.
Terrific placement on the bounce pass. Right where it needed to be.
Well, we hear about NBA players whose dads played in the league or overseas. But for Tyrese Halliburton, his father, John, was a referee.
I mean, that man, Tyrese, was exposed to the game at such a young age. His father, John, took him to basketball camps starting in preschool. And when you watch how Tyrese plays, it's obvious he has a great feel for the game.
New Orleans calls timeout. Well, you hear about the importance of confidence. You think that was something you always had as a player, Grant, or did you have to build that up?
Well, I mean, success ultimately does breed confidence. And I had success, fortunately, at a young age. So you have to understand you have to always attack and you always have to believe in yourself no matter what the situation.
So the Kings making a change here. Holmes is checked in, and he comes up with a bucket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc in the second quarter. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Free throw line jumper. Fox, that's good. Fox has got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open.
Oh, what an incredible shot.
Wow. 3.
Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from downtown here in the second.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Fox against Graham. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Hart from long range. Williamson passes to Hayes. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Timeout called. Sacramento. And some changes here for the Kings. Lenz checked in for Holmes. Bagley comes in for Metu. And Hield is subbed in for Halliburton. Here's Fox. And the layup is good off the glass. Fox has got 6 points.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Good.
Assisted by Devontae Graham.
A minute 15 left to play in the first half. Pass to Hield. Out to Fox. Back to Hield. Here's Len. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. And here's Ingram from the arc. Good. And Graham with the setup. And now it's an 8-point Pelican lead. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for New Orleans.
They're doing a great job defensively down low. They've already racked up a lot of blocks. They've established an intimidation factor early in this one.
The other thing that's been effective so far tonight is their fast break. A lot of points coming on the run.
Now here's Fox. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
And with all the attention he drew offensively, he did a great job of just kicking to the open man. And being...
Oh, no, he didn't. Are you kidding?
Wow.
He hit it.
Showing off the range, I knew Ingram could hit from deep, but maybe not that deep.
Fox, that's good.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
Here's Ingram. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Ingram's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Shoots. And it's New Orleans with another.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through.
And so it's New Orleans in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They stayed within arm's reach in that opening period. 5 points, their largest deficit. The second quarter was where they really opened things up. They were by far the stronger team, both defensively and when they had the ball. Their 13-point halftime lead, no action. Shaq, what you think about what we saw from New Orleans?
They're playing with speed, pushing the ball off turnovers and long rebounds, running every chance they get. As we all know, scoring on the break is so much easier than finding open shots.
And Kenny, your take on Sacramento.
Well, it's
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Big gap on the scoreboard. The second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, you look at Jackson Hayes. He's been playing really well.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
After 2 and the 3, it's Halliburton and Barnes. Chimezi Metu out there with Rashawn Holmes. And it's Fox in at the 1. That's Luke Walton's 5 as we get into the second half.
probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Fox with the ball, and it's Graham picking him up. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And it's the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
And it's Fox missing.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
You know, Josh Hart won't wow you with the scoring or flashy plays, but he does all the little things for his teams. A 6'5" wing, Hart was one of the best rebounders in the league in the 2021 season. That number really jumps out at you for someone his height.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
Fox, the pass to Barnes. Halliburton for 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. Now, when we talk about Hart, Smitty, he's been underrated, it seems, from the moment he entered the league.
You're right, B.A. Playing 4 years in college, he was the final pick of the 2017 first round. What a value pick that's turned out to be. Jason's outperformed a bunch of guys who went in the top 10.
Fox, the pass to Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. New Orleans calls timeout. Some changes for Sacramento. Thompson, he's checked in for Metu. Davis comes in for Barnes. And Mitchell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And a new group getting ready for the Pelicans. Marshall, he's checked in for Williamson. Temple comes in for Ingram. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Hart. And Lewis is subbed in for Graham. Basket's good. Give him 8.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
On the wing, Mitchell. Here's Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though...
Wow! Oh, wow! How about that?
From long range.
For Sacramento, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Here's Thompson. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 3rd assist of the night. New Orleans has gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6. Valanciunas, good.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Yes, it's good. Holmes has got 10 points in the game.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Marshall. And he gets the bucket. And the Pelicans lead by 21.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And some changes here for the Kings. Lenz checked in for Holmes. Bagley comes in for Thompson. And Hield is subbed in for Davis. Back to Hield. Pass to Mitchell. Right side Bagley. That one's good from the corner. 6 points for him.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
And it's good. 2 points.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
2 minutes.
Now here's Hield. From deep three-point range. From beyond the arc and then some. Hield's gotten his 2nd bucket.
This is his shot. The defense must chase Hield off that three-point line. Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Hield. From deep. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound. Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Outside Hield. From downtown. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got assist number 8 now on the night. From deep. Called in by the Kings.
We've seen him make that shot, but not all that often.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. So the Kings making a change here. Fox is checked in. And the Pelicans will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for Valanciunas. Ingram comes in for Marshall. Hart's checked in for Temple. And it's Satoransky in for Alexander Walker.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The three from Mitchell. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Hart's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Offensive rebound. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Hart's got 9.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
The three from Mitchell, counted from distance.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Fox outside. Tries it from 19. Yes, on the jumper. 15 points in the game. Hayes for 3. And it's New Orleans with another.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Pelicans ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So for New Orleans right now, it's an all-Duke forward pair. Ingram the 3, Zion the 4. Josh Hart is out there with Devontae Graham. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Here's Fox. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Hits the trifecta.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space. That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. 3-pointer. Yet another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Timeout called. Sacramento. And Grant, you played for a Suns team that was influential with their training staff's approach. How has sports medicine changed from the early days?
You know, B.A., it has changed immensely. Nowadays, every team incorporates that foundation that Suns medical staff had back in the day. It's all about prevention. It's about recovery. It's the big picture approach to making sure players can not only get through season after season, but have longevity throughout their careers.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
What tremendous passing we've seen from them today. A very unselfish performance all around.
Also, what touch they've displayed from long range as a team tonight and throughout this entire game.
Fields checked in for the Kings. And he makes it.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
The Kings have gone 3 of 5 since this 4th quarter started. To the inside, Thompson. That one falls. Coming off Davis' speed.
The powerful body of Thompson. Easily able to absorb contact and finish.
He buries it from 3.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Hield from outside. No good on the shot.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And they get it back. Here's Hart. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times. Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
The shot by Ingram, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Davis from long range. Another three for Sacramento.
I don't think the defense had any idea what they were doing there. Clear miscommunication leading to an easy basket for the offense.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
You can't afford to give him space. Those kinds of mistakes have been the story of this game.
And out of bounds, New Orleans will have it. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Jones, he's checked in for the Kings. Mitchell comes in for Fox.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has a hot hand and get him the ball.
And it's Hield missing for New Orleans. They've gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this fourth quarter. Oh, got that one up quick.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
They're both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the game. And there's Thompson on the assist by Hield. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
More than just a score. Hield moves the ball well, especially when his guys are open.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Now here's Mitchell, covered by Satoransky. Mitchell, good. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting about 70% from the floor. Hard to do better than that. Gets the 3 ball to go.
With good size, vision, and ability to pass the ball, Satoransky can make some sweet dishes.
Mitchell finds Hield. Boy, we've seen a lot of effective signature moves, including yours, the Smitty. Is there a signature move that sticks out to you in today's NBA?
You know, B.A., it is. It's the logo 3. So many guys like Dame Lillard.
Oh, wow!
Whoa.
He drills it from deep.
Really testing the limits of his range there, B.A. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Pelicans.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And this is an even matchup. 1-1 on the season series with 2 left to play.
Outside Davis. Pass to Thompson. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Refining his skill set inside. You see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
Satoransky shot is off. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The 3 from Mitchell. Pure from 3-point range. Great game for him. Double-double now.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Here's Davis. Ball stolen. Here's Alexander Walker. And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a...
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking everyone for watching tonight's game. So long, everyone.